gonna go over some signs of an ungodly woman. But before y'all come at me, I'm gonna go over some signs of an ungodly man too. If you feel touched in any kind of way, feel convicted, you probably need to change your ways. The thing about truth, it hurts sometimes, it stings, but you gotta look at this like, how can I get better? Signs of an ungodly woman. She dresses like a harlot. A harlot referred to in the Bible as a prostitute. I'm gonna put some scriptures up too, so just so y'all can go ahead and read in your own time. She dresses like a harlot. 2, pretends to be religious. Pretends. 3, she's not sober-minded. 4, she hates God's preachers. She hates being reproved. She hates being told what to do. 5, she refuses to submit to her husband. Now, a lot of women aren't really married, but why are you submitting to your boyfriend? Why? If he's not really trying to marry you. You understand what I'm saying? 6, she refuses to be a keeper at home. Now, a lot of women don't want to stay at the crib. You got to understand, Eve, understand this. The reason that Satan tempted Eve rather than Adam is because the woman has the weaker vessel. Don't argue with me, argue with God. If you're really in your word, you know what I'm talking about. If you feel touched, I'm sorry. God bless. 7, she loves sexual dancing, all that twerking, all that crazy stuff. Boom. That's a sign. 8, she's loud and stubborn. Now, I know some females, some women are naturally loud, but when you just loud for no reason, you know what I'm saying, and you're being stubborn, you're not really listening, come on, baby. And this is all scripture. I'm backing this up by scripture. These are not my opinions, so don't come at me in the comments, but if you do, God bless. Loves to gossip. She's self-centered. She's very enticing with her eyes. So what I'm saying is, not to say you can't have some pretty eyes, you know what I'm saying, but if you're using your eyes to seduce men, to kind of get what you want, come on, dog. Come on. Now let's dive over to the signs of an ungodly man. Backing all this up by scripture. So fellas, if you feel touched, change your ways. Don't argue with me. I know you want me to care, but I really don't. Take it up with God, the Most High. So he has no prayer life. He hates biblical reproof. He hates biblical reproof. The truth hurts. I know it hurts. It hurts me sometimes. But if you want to be better, life can do 2 things. It can make you bitter or it can make you better. You pick. He always justifies his own sin. Always. Or he won't lead his home. He won't be the leader of his home because God didn't make it to be the woman the lead. The man has to lead the woman. But a lot of men in this generation aren't leaders. 5, he won't provide for his family. He'll rather go out and hang with his boys. He'll rather spend money on a whole other family rather than take care of his own. House with somebody else rather than take care of his own. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people like that, but I'm gonna pray for y'all. Close friends with the ungodly. It says in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33, bad company spoils good habits. So if you know you shouldn't be hanging around them, you may think, oh, I'm not gonna get influenced. Like, bro, before you know it, you're gonna start acting like be a leader, be a leader. As a form of godliness but denies the power. No self-control. So if you spend money all the time, you know what I'm saying, you can't control your lust, you watching porn all the time, you can't control your temper, you get mad, work on that. Now, I'm not giving y'all these things like I'm perfect. Hear me out. All these things, nobody is perfect. The only person who was perfect was Jesus. So we're all subject to doing all these things. So if you're not doing them right now, that doesn't mean you can't be doing them later. So just take heed of them all. Truth hurts sometimes, but sometimes you need to hear that. I hope somebody gains something from this. Share this with somebody. You know, if you're looking to get into a relationship and to pursue a relationship, look for these signs. Don't just go just because they have a pretty face, a nice body. What's their spirit like? You know what I'm saying? Fellas, don't look at the woman to see how she twerks. How does she worship? How does she worship God? You know what I'm saying? Ladies, don't look at the man just to see what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Test his spirit, test his actions. And you can rewind these as much as you need to, but I'm putting the scriptures on the screen. Bless.